Hello, my name is Denver Preston, and I'll be your host over the next 8 minutes. The number one question we're asked by snow fighters who are unfamiliar with BEET HEET is, who's using BEET HEET? Well, BEET HEET users are everywhere. We're talking hundreds of users across 14 states. Several are among the largest agencies in North America. Many are among the most advanced agencies in North America. Consider this. BEET HEET users have won the National APWA Excellence in Snow and Ice Control Award 8 times in the last 11 years. No other de-icer company can make this claim. So why have so many agencies transitioned to BEET HEET? We'll look at only 3 reasons during this short video. The first is, simply put, BEET HEET works. Take a good look at these ice melt capacity test results, where we're comparing the ice melting performance of 7 pre-wetted rock salts at 25 degrees Fahrenheit. By the way, here's the ice melt capacity of untreated rock salt. Here's the ice melt capacity of sodium chloride brine-treated rock salt with a brine application rate of 7 gallons per ton. Notice that the ice melt capacity of brine-treated salt is nearly identical to that of untreated salt. Let's be honest here, in the field, the ice melting performance between the two would be unnoticeable. So the next time someone tells you that the ice melting performance of brine-treated salt is like awesome, just smile and remember this fact. Brine on rock salt is nothing more than sodium chloride on sodium chloride. When we compare brine-treated salt with 32% calcium chloride treated salt, we see that the calcium chloride treated salt melts about 19% more ice than brine treated salt. Now that's a noticeable difference. Here we have the ice melt capacity of BEET HEET Severe treated salt. BEET HEET Severe is a 50-50 blend of BEET HEET concentrate and sodium chloride brine. You can see here that the BEET HEET Severe was added to the salt at 10 gallons per ton. Here we see that the BEET HEET Severe treated salt melts 64% more ice than brine treated salt. That is a huge improvement in ice melting performance. Here's another ice melt capacity comparison. However, these tests were conducted at 15 degrees rather than 25. Notice again that the ice melt capacity of brine treated salt is virtually the same as untreated salt. Again, brine treated salt is nothing more than sodium chloride on sodium chloride. Here at 15 degrees, we see that the BEET HEET Severe treated salt melts 150% more ice than the brine treated salt. That's 3 times greater ice melt performance than brine treated salt. What about BEET HEET Severe treated salt at much lower temperatures? Well, BEET HEET users in Minnesota and northern Wisconsin say that BEET HEET Severe treated salt is effective down to -25, and that's during nighttime operations. A second reason so many agencies have transitioned to BEET HEET is because BEET HEET saves money. De-icer performance is key to saving money. This is why we were laser focused on performance when developing BEET HEET. Here's a fact that we all know is true. The better your de-icer performs, the less of it you need to melt the same amount of ice. Remember this slide showing that BEET HEET Severe treated salt melted 64% more ice than brine treated salt? Well, we call this the boost and reduce method. You see, when you boost the performance of rock salt by 64%, you can reduce its application rate by 39% and still melt the same amount of ice and snow. Here's a visual of the boost and reduce method. 39% less salt translates into the BEET HEET Severe treated salt being 33% less costly than the brine treated salt. This 33% savings translates into a 400% return on investment in BEET HEET. Think about this for a minute. A 400% return on investment is equal to saving $4 for every $1 invested in BEET HEET. A third reason so many agencies have transitioned to BEET HEET is that transitioning to BEET HEET is very easy. Your transition starts with our 8-page BEET HEET User's Guide. This first page introduces you to BEET HEAT and explains what BEET HEAT is, what's in BEET HEAT, and what's different about BEET HEAT. By the way, BEET HEAT is not beet juice and does not contain any beet juice whatsoever. Page 2 discusses storing and blending BEET HEAT. Page 3 discusses the proper ways of blending and applying BEET HEAT. And pages 4 through 8 gives users detailed blending and application rates, all of which are temperature driven. We call this a cab card. These cab cards can be laminated and given to all operators to carry with them in their own truck. This cab card is for rock salt pre-wetting. Notice here that there are 6 different BEET HEAT blends to choose from. These blends range from 100% to 25% BEET HEAT concentrate and 0% to 75% brine. This line tells you how much of each blend to apply to your rock salt. As an example, let's say that you choose the BEET HEAT Severe blend, the 50-50 blend. And let's say that it's snowing and the surface temperature is 20 degrees and trending lower. In this scenario, you would apply the BEET HEAT Severe treated salt to the roadway at 250 pounds per lane mile. If you chose the 25% BEET HEAT blend and your surface temperature was 0 degrees and trending lower, you would apply the BEET HEAT treated salt at 350 pounds per lane mile. By the way, our per lane mile application rates are shared with all agencies who are seriously considering a transition to BEET HEAT. The BEET HEAT User's Guide also gives you cab cards for stockpile treated rock salt, direct application liquid anti-icing, and direct application liquid de-icing. Basically, if the operator knows which BEET HEAT blend they have on board and the roadway surface temperature, they'll know the proper application rates, and the transition to BEET HEAT is complete. If you would like to know more about BEET HEAT, call Denver, Kyle, or Dave, and you'll have our undivided attention. Thanks for watching and have a great day.